Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another evening of coding, if it's evening where you guys are, with me, Stefan. Tonight, again, we will continue on with our changing to use Ngrx-data in my open source software project that I have, which is Budgelope. Let's see how we get on with this. So yes, I was just about to start with doing the store entity account data. That should generate the service for us. Yay, it is there. And then ngg service store entity, and we have transaction data, we have category data, we have account, and then we have budget data. Budget data. Just thinking quickly. We have an account, a budget, a category, a profile, transaction. So let's add one for the profile and one for the budget, although, yeah, so let's add budget one. And then same one for the profile data. Well, is it profile data or is it user data? It's user data. It's more accurate, so we will go with that one. So, seeing as I've actually used this one quite a bit, I am gonna see if I can continue on with this. For me, I like to actually just see if I can really draw in something by, instead of actually copying and pasting it over, I try to really see if I can. There we go. Let's close this one, and let's close these ones. One day I'll learn the keys to send default data service of type account ID. Yep, that's the one. Cool. Now we need to do a super here, but we also need to say that's private or public. Learned recently, public DP, Angular store, the HTTP client, client. Thing is, we are extending the base class of default data service. Hence, we need to add all these additional things. It's not a pain, it's just something that we need to do. So then for super, it should use iAccount. Is iAccount type? Let's see. Hey, it is. iAccount. It's a thing. And it's terrible for me to say this while I'm the guy that actually did the implementation and everything, but ever heard the saying of if you hadn't code something more than a year, it might as well have been written by someone else. How's this hearing? Oh, wrong client. Definitely. Wrong client. Angular. Common. Folder. One. Oh, now that's working. Then the one that we actually want is get all, which returns an observable of iAccount. This the has ID stuff. Let me quickly go to this iAccount, and class. Class account implements iAccount, which is wrong. The account one. Account. Cool. Then click on and copy the screen. Comes a bit shorter, and it seems it is. Well, also last time we did this, the user service was something that we tried to start using so that we can get this. So we don't necessarily have to pass in the find that string, which it is. So this we just change so that we get that from accounts service, account data service. Cool. And then this seems like we can do this in a different, efficient way. Or I should actually go through the whole thing of getting snippets made, or maybe there is a snippet for this. No. I also think there's a more efficient way of doing this. Not 100% certain. I think it's something that I will have a look at later stage. And then the update method. So if you remember the last time we were here, I had a struggle with this update function where it actually, that's the correct import update, yes, where I couldn't figure this thing out, and I couldn't get it working or ready or however you would put it. But then I realized that, you know what, if you look at this type, you see that it's update string or update num. If you go to that one, you see it is an ID and changes, which is a partial of that one. So what I did is I actually went and look at one of my these things, categories that we're trying to update, and I saw that, you know what, this thing is being rather cuckoo, because what it did is, except for adding the ID, which is okay, it actually saved the changes one. So what that meant was then it was actually pushing through the wrong it was actually pushing through the whole update type instead of just the account changes. So easily solved by just doing this. That change from categories to account ID. These where we type changes as count, so it returns the observable. So all we needed to do, these are just things that I notice now that this is a promise that returns void. Now there is a method that I read up on, which we might get to. Just want to get through all the services and get everything converted to Ngrx-data today. Not like last time where I go on a tangent, try to stay focused. Yeah. Does seem like this is one that might be the right way of doing that. Okay, so let's see which one is next. Tum, 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 tum. Next one is going to be the budget one. So let's have a look. See. Cool, that's nice. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can actually just do something awesome as this. Copy. Budget. Take that and say paste. Boom. I did it. Now we go and we say import that one. Import that one. Import that one. That one. That one. That one. There we go and say budget. High budget. Okay, we have a budget. That. This one can be budget, and all I'm seeing that. Let's put on that side. Oh, come on. There we go. And import that one. Import that one. That's why is this? Oh, count. Budget. So I'm using something a bit different. Use the Vim extension to do most of my navigating and traveling on the keyboard. So that's why sometimes you'll just see a lot of things happening without the actual keystrokes and everything happening. Sometimes it's hindrance, especially if I worked on someone's machine that does not have it. If it's not something, or if it is something that's not been used, or I'm mumbling now. If it is a key, for example, Control C, Control V, that's not things that I can actually do. We won't necessarily have multiple budgets, but only where okay, we'll get these query params sorted out as well. I don't necessarily want everyone's data to be displayed to everyone else. So that's something that we might we'll have a look at. Get the profile actual, blah blah blah. That's fine. That's okay. That needs to change because we are changing that. So, for example, if I use asterisk, then I can use Shift N or just N, and then I can actually replace all these things. There's nothing else. But cool. I do enjoy that plugin. It's not category, so that's the budget. There's no budgets. It's only those things. There's a budget for that, and there's a budget for users. So it is something that we need because we will be doing updates to it, but we might not need this, and because we are actually doing the budgets thing, this and budget, update budget, which is active budget. So we would do this. Okay, I made a boo. Want that back, so just undo. Just remove the, because if we do any updates, it will actually active budget, which is gotten from the profile, so it's not something that they can actually select unless we finalize that feature. Cool. So that's done, that's done, that's done. And the next one would be users. This went quite quick, so put in that, obviously. Oh, format document. So again, just go there, copy the data, paste, and we go through the process again because we need to go through it again. That one, that one, that one. Let's see if I remember this correctly. So if I go budget, highlights all the places where budget is, and then say that's the one I want. Back, and you say CGN. I replace it with user, which Firebase user. What I had. User service and profile. Or I may need to change that. I think I'm going to change that so it's actually the user type. Profile. Profile is the information of the user. I already have that. Profile. And that's it. Just do, undo, next, one, and there, one, there, one, that one, that, update user profile, that one. Need to make a bit more changes, isn't it? Yep, we're gonna make a few more changes. That one, that operator, that side, that. This is actually change from budget to user, or no, we're using the profile, so let's keep it like that, and then we have users. Let me just confirm, yes, users and profile. Profile. Fine. Oh, I'm not a big fan of this. Things not coinciding. Profile. User service. Profile. The profile will actually have profile budget available. The profile user data. Oh, you see, it's wrong. This is wrong. I made a decision to go to user data. I'm doing all these things. Profile. Never too young to question yourself. So let's do this quick. Instead of removing that, user.ts, which exports an interface by user. Don't want it to conflict with the actual user that we get from the Firestore availability. So we're going to say user iUser. If one day I actually get to do this right, then failing to plan is planning to fail. Is that what the theologians keep on saying? So I think what I'm going to do is that's fine. And then there's no place where we update the user as yet. There's no place to update your details. Yeah, ignore you saw that last piece and just focus on this, not this. This is not what we want. Don't focus on that. Okay. Focus on this. This is what we want to do. So, going into the budget view. Budget view, budget view, budget view. Here's the budget view. Don't have take anymore. Also, where's the budget service? Budget service. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things that we need to do with these things as well. There's the data stores, categories. There we go. Budget. There's the budget data service. That's the account data service. Transactional component. No. Close that one. Close that one. That's the category service. So where's that budget service I was going on about? So budget service. There we go. And we say extends entity collection service base. Obviously, we pass in the budget. Okay. Then we need to call super in the constructor. And we pass in this one. And then it's category, and then it's service elements factory. Service elements factory, which is entity collection service elements factory. Okay, that's fine. Then here we say service elements factory, which is cool. Cool. That's the active budget that we pull. If we got user, okay, create budget. Update budget balance. Okay, so this is the update. And here we do a little bit of manipulation. The document reference is that when we run a transaction, okay, this is not the transaction in the sense of the transaction, that's the database transaction that's being run here. I'm just thinking now. Here it checks if it is used, then it should. I don't know why we're running this in a transaction. It might be a data related issue. Seems to be something wrong with the live stream. My uploads is not fast enough. Yeah, it's dropping connection. I don't know if I should actually. Let's see what I can do, because obviously I did not think this through. Transaction update. So the reason for why it's a transaction is if the transaction, it first gets the current document and then checks to see if there are any changes. It then takes that live value and updates it. So if someone concurrently starts capturing data on the same budget, you need to make sure that the data is correct. So I did not, once again, plan this through, and I humbly apologize for that. But let's see, maybe we can get this working to some extent or degree or something. Quickly have a read about, and we see that the entity collection data service, which is with, we have the update, and then we have entity data service, as long as it's, don't have to write all, adheres to the interface. Entity data service. Service here. Entity collection data service. We have update, upsert, get all, update. I have no idea what's going on. I apologize. Seems like there is really an issue. So let's do this. Let's work for now just to get Ngrx-data in here on the assumption that we can actually work with the normal updates. We would then, a lot of these things is like, wanted to use it on the front end. So user service, then we have load available budgets. That's not gonna work. Look at that now, get active budget, drives through the main budget, loads categories based on the budget ID. Not necessary anymore. But, delete the description. So this returns an observable category ID list. This is month check. Function that I wrote for testing, check expression, blur, have budget reference, and we update this budget. So this, double check, are we injecting the budget service? Yes, we are. We are not updating it to the, here we go, here we go. So we can say this budget service dot update with this active budget. The active budget is after blur being changed to plus this original value. Cool. But we are not doing cool. So we can add so many improvements that can be done. Hey, cool. Oh, and there's two. Service reload. Been a while, I think. Yeah, not even running. How do you like that for them apples? Oh, my soul. Apologies. Seems like smooth streaming usual. We've buffered information. Going up once again so we can break stuff. You see, the funny thing about development is, as soon as you go back, you realize that you've done something wrong. And this is not the way that it should be done. This is wrong. You should stop doing it like this. And then you think to yourself, not the focus of the stream. Today, we are actually just changing everything as it is over to using Ngrx-data. Once again, shall we try? Launch. I'm seeing the category service being run. There's a custom transaction, custom but where's the budget service? Budget service. What's this? Just want to check something. That's fine. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on. Yes. Did not do this. So we add the budget data service, which is the budget data service, which is for the budget data service, and for the account we have account data service, which we will be injecting over here. The account data service. Okay, then that category, budget, and account. Cool. So all the custom data services have been started. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's that. And want to do I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking. Category service dot update the item, update that, update that. Let's just test again. Things functioning. Yes. 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 Update budget. Budget. This is the one. And it should update the. It's updating that value. Well, yeah, it shouldn't update these values because there's no expenses or anything tracked. That's good. Exactly what we want. Okay. Next is the budget service updates this budget, this active budgets gets here up top. That's not the place. That's where it gets it. Let's see. Get by key. Seems like a good method. Let's see if we can actually get that from the data store. Data store for the budget. We get with query, we get all, but we do not get let's go. Get by ID. Get an ID, which is a string in this case, and it returns an observable of budget. Nope, wrong one. We do as we do. Go check this one. Oh, yeah, we'll find it now. Go there. Say uses this current user ID. So it loads. Okay, so this one doesn't necessarily get it. So it already knows the budget ID that it needs to get. So we just need to make sure that load active budget is actually just as simple as return this dot budget yep. Page map. So many things that I can see now that I want to improve. But to stay focused and just change, I think that's a problem a lot of developers are facing, is the fact that, you know what, you only have one thing that you need to focus on right now, and that is just to get this document returned That's it. That's what we need to do. And then you see so many other things, especially in existing systems. We need to do maintenance or whatnot. You get so distracted. Oh, but this needs to be better like this, and this, you can change this, and you need to change it like that, and before you wipe out your eyes, you're knee deep, don't know really what's going on, but there you have it. And it's difficult. I completely understand that, because you want to start from scratch, but you can't. But you need to fix the things that you are working on, or you need to improve the systems that you're working on. So now you need to actually just, you know what, let's stay focused. We are improving the system right now by doing this. And yes, sometimes if you do get a chance to refactor, and it's small enough in the sense of, instead of changing a type which can be used across the whole system, it's something as simple as just implementing services while still having the old one. That whole backwards compatibility thing. It's difficult. It's not an easy thing to accomplish. But yeah, let's have a look. Maybe we can get some tweaks in, but seems to be working to me. Term. Let's do logger. Where's that logger? Did I not? No, there's logger. But I need to put that public so I can access it. Yeah. Dot log budget ID. Do that. Look. Recompiling. Pulling budget by key. So it does use this method. That's cool. And it's simple. Dum, 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 dum. So in a sense, we're actually abstracting away this whole Angular firestore. So we don't actually, I think that would be a good thing. If peak references, budget service, it's it. Spec, and then obviously transaction. It's and there's only one other place. This is something that okay. So we can return, that's a budget, that's not an observable of the budget, that's actually a function. So that's on it, init, the init form, you are subscribing to again. It is something that I need to fix, I get that, but for now, let's leave it on this. Okay, so get by key, that's one. Loads agrees with query. Awesome. So this one is already converted. Check allocations. What does this do? After all the categories are loaded, it checks for allocation. Oh yeah, I remember this. There was a issue where if the months don't have an allocation to it, so this might be something best served on the service itself, for exactly the reason as they stated that the the category data service. Remember this? Map the actions, then we check locations, month, 6 month thing passed in, then just adds it to it. So many small tweaks and things that we can definitely work on, or that I can definitely work on. I don't think we'll challenge this one again quite quick, but I think that's it for the budget view section. I think that's that's 1127.5. Yeah, change that to a minus. I'll get a 0. That's fine. Then yes, you see, so it works quite well. I can actually just change this to be a little element on its own, which can be a component with an inputs, and we have outputs for the container. See, I'm already refactoring that section. It's not what we want to do. We want to get Ngrx-data implemented. Okay. Data services created. Just doing a commit on all those. Fine. Budget view and then the transaction component. Okay, so the transaction one is going to be a bit more difficult. Let me just clear up that and see if I can get a bit more. No, a bit more space for us. You can see this one is also quite extensive. There's the account one that we need to change. There's the, hey, look at that. That one's already done. Go! And then it filters the category, and filters out all the system related ones into Jim. It only takes one. That's okay. Load transaction by key. Okay. Let's see. If we say get transaction, this is actually something that needs to be on the transaction data service. See? That old one that didn't really work just yet. That transaction. There's a transaction. See? Fair enough. Which is then thanks to map. Okay. This will be a string. So that one. Budget data service. Okay. Fine. This. Transaction. ID. So ID string. Budgets. I didn't even do it here yet. This thing, because then we click it. Just need that little number. that. Private user first, user service. It's fine. Share that problem. Let's see how quickly we can get to this. This is the transaction source, the budget, which is perfect. Budgets with the this dot active budget plus transactions, and I'm already thinking of other things that I can do. I mean, we can use that everywhere where the caret that stuff that we can use to just at the top of the service to say, okay, this is constant, it's predefined, it's going to be anything in this service will reference this document path. So that's also something that can be done. There's that active budget ID, that's fine. Done. We'll pass in all those things. There's a Machawa, which is cool, and then we can actually just move that one because it's not being used anywhere, but it could be. That's by ID, that's by that. We can say that. Yes. And then say this, copy that. Say returned up. Value changes or abstraction. You're gonna go value change. Go. There's no filter with that. It just gets all the transactions, which is cool. These are the ones that are requiring it to have parameters. We filter it by if it's been cleared, the account ID, and the categories. If that works, and here we order by the date. Cool. So this thing we can remove. Date stuff. Date stuff. Date stuff. Cool. Where were we? Why did we go on this tangent? Oh, Mosso. I hope it is sorted. ASAP. What am I doing? I am looking at the transaction component. This is then get by key. So transaction key. We do a get by one. Subscribe to that transaction. We clear the form transaction. Well, not cool, but it's something that we can focus on later stage. This update. Private init form. Change on destroy. We update the account. Update account balances. Not a bad idea to keep it in the service. Update the categories. We update the transaction. We look at that method. It's a big thing. There's a difference. We revert all previous categories and apply new ones. The way it works. I think this is the amount of code it takes to update it. And make sure that everything balances back. And it's all also running in the transaction. Okay. But once again, it seems like it's that time where we actually are gonna call it a day. I think we've done all the reads. Quickly just do the accounts one. Action. Account, save transaction. Load the transaction. Load. Don't need that anymore. Here we say get all. One. Of course. That. Thing. One. We have store and we have the account service. Also, we are going to be const for budgets. This budget ID counts and db.collection of count count ref dot value changes is what we want. Format this document quick. What's going on? My bad. Collection returns a list. Anyway, if it returns, yeah, it would have gone bonkers, but it seems to be managing it quite well now. Let's see that. Check the accounts are reading correctly. Save the account loaded. Those accounts loaded. Let's go to transactions. Let's select a transaction. The accounts are wonky. Wonky bonky. That's not right. We say here. Reload. But there, so that's not right. So let's do that. Dum 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 dum. That's not right, my high friend. There are 4 accounts, but this label is wrong. Why? Why? Grab the accounts, this account, don't need. But this log out. Have a look. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. Interesting. Returns the same one 4 times. Am I scratching a hornet's nest? It all. I mean, transaction saying where it all. Hmm. Nope, that's wrong. Unless, no, there. There is different. Screen seems to be a bit wonky. I'll see if it's something that we need to resolve or that we can update. According to streaming software, everything seems fine, but it's not correct. So that this is actually just returning a observable account list. Rows, that's just pipe. Hold on. Publish return accounts. Nope. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yep, solve that one. Pipe. Out for his big boy. Yeah. Just gonna see if I can see the point where if it's being returned wrong or if it's being manipulated. You see here. Okay, so what's this? The entity passed to the select ID implementation return undefined. The entity that we need to do not that, we need to do snapshot changes so that we can actually get this. Okay, fine. Bum 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 bum. So let's do that. Do snapshot changes. Cool. And then these are document actions that are being returned, and they need to be actions.map a const data equals a dot payload dot doc dot data as account, and then const id equals a dot payload dot doc dot id, and then return id with the spread operator thing. There we go. Let's see if that resolves the problem. And save. Boom, 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 boom. On that one, see. Immediately it resolves it. Just because we add the ID. There we go. There we go. It loads it correctly. That one's right. That one's right. That one. Dum, dum, dum. Everything. Perfecto. Cool. And the other place where the get all is being loaded is on the home section. I think it's the budget view. Let's check. Yeah, it seems like so. Go to the budget view, and we say subscription users. Da 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 da. Check allocations. Quickly search for account. Load accounts. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, wrong place then. I think, is it home? Core home balance. Yep. It all. Don't need to pass that in. And seeing as we don't. This should be an interesting experiment. Oh, okay. Well, subscribe profile and get accounts. Undo quick. Confirm that that one returns. Yep, it returns an observable, so we can do that. You go. All, and we copy that for now. This one can go. Hey. Yeah? Yeah. Stay. Form doc. Stay. And then see if it loads. Holding thumbs. It seems you don't have any accounts. Create one now. And that's a lie. A very big lie. Because, let's see how I did this. Was I smart? Chances are not. See, accounts async dot length equals da 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 da, and account service. Why not? And then this. Control that blank. Boom. I think it's fine. We're having the same trouble. Okay. Even in there. 29. That needs a bit of working. I think I know what the problem is. It's just to actually see if it's in there. It knows that the profile active ID has already been loaded. So profile needs to be a different thing that gets triggered. But I think that's gonna be it. We have changed all, if not most, of these implementations. Get accounts, gone. Get accounts, gone. Create account. Want to say gone? No. Update cleared balance, not yet. Update account balance, not yet. Change account, that's not a copy accounts. Maybe. But don't check. But I think it's a good thing we did today. We got the basic ones. There's things that we can do. Still working on Ngrx, but I think done for now. It is working to an acceptable degree, going through all the IDs and stuff correctly. This is still right. That now. I think it's the transaction. The transaction loads the account. There it gets all the accounts. That's fine. Term. I think it's again just a race condition or something. The entity pass you should provide your own select ID information. Since if you have passed, there's something that has no ID. Sure. Say that cool. Or is it actually one up? But somewhere. Yeah. This might be it. Dark eye. So this should actually just change. Oh yeah, sound service is not there. Sound service is here though. Update, update, update. I think it's somewhere here. Get all that around. Look for the init form. No. No transaction on that category. Oh. Count. Date. This is gonna bug me. And you can tell me here. And the thing. Is there anything just familiar that I can see? And I know this is probably very small and you guys can't see a thing, but just quickly trying to see if I can see something, and if I do, I will quickly. What? So much. Yeah, it doesn't even. I don't even think it tracks to where it actually. It doesn't even do the get all. Ngrx store runtime checks are currently opt-in, but will by default in the next major version opt out. That's fine. Alright. Once it loads, yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it a day. Don't need the database anymore, don't need that anymore. 2 less dependencies, and we're moving those things away to get all with query, and that's it. Cool. Hour and a half. Went a bit longer than we did last time, but I am actually happy with the way Ngrx-data is being used at this time. Like I said, I'll go through refactoring some of the functions and methods. If there is anything that I actually pick up that is maybe noteworthy, well, I'll get it sorted, get it planned a bit, and then next week we carry on. We'll see what is next to do. I think in a moment all these Where's that shortcut where it removes all unused? There's a shortcut normally where you can remove all unused services or references. Okay. That can go back to a different class. That can go. That can go. That can prefix. Already, lot more, lot less, lot less, which is awesome. Yeah, that's it. I think that's where we're gonna call it. I am going to commit my code. If it saves, oh, there's my keys. If it saves, there we go, and then we're gonna say the implementation is done. I'm gonna call that done. The next step for me obviously will be just to go through it and see, do minor changes and things with regards to certain loadings. Another thing that might be something that I need to look at would be to updates. Not packed within a transaction. Maybe I'm gonna remove the transactions. I think that might be a good thing for me. Cool. See you next week. Gonna maybe look at a bit of styling. Just went through a SAS tutorial. Hopefully I can do a bit of better SAS. I know it's a shortfall for me. Hopefully we can get it done together on something and we can learn together. Yeah. Anyway, have a good one.